To welcome you to the July 16th, 2020 Board of Public Works and Safety meeting. Roll call, please. Here.
Here.
Are there any conflict of interest statements?
No, sir.
No. Approval of the minutes of the meeting of June 18th, 2020.
Approve.
Yes.
Okay, I make a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting of June 18th, 2020.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. First order of business, Laughing Right Production, Inc., 5217 Holman Avenue. We want to do that first, Lynn, or no?
Yeah, we can. They're here.
Okay. This is not on the agenda, but we'll hear them first.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is LaTanya Denson. I'm representing Laughing Right Productions. We submitted a proposal to do a series of pop-up events at the parking lot located adjacent from our building at 5217 Holman. Those pop-up series will consist of a drive-in. We do have some concerts scheduled, a back-to-school festival, and it's, at this point, we submitted for July 25th through August 29th on Friday, Saturday events. Mm-hmm. We are prepared to absorb all the costs for the events and also work with the community businesses for vendors participation, and we are ready to move forward. All of our events scheduled at this point is tentative, depending on what happens here. However, we will make sure to keep the city in the loop as things change.
The city's biggest concern on these was just hours and what needed to be closed off. I spoke with Mr. Clements yesterday, and I was concerned about whether Holman was going to need to be closed off, but it doesn't sound like it's going to be. It's all going to be. So this is the old Jack Fox building, corner Holman and Fayette. I believe it's going to be to the rear where the parking lot is, if I'm not mistaken.
The front parking lot.
The front parking. So across the street.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So it's just a matter of making sure that I think two things. One, we understand the hours. Two, we understand the event. And then three, we understand what parking lot they're using and whether or not that's going to be in use by anybody else. I don't think the toll is doing events because of COVID. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. And then lastly, we just needed to make sure, and I think I mentioned this last week, that there's a meeting between this group, Laughing Right Productions, and the chief of staff to go over the events, just so we're all on the same page.
Have you folks met with the chief of staff at all?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Not as of yet.
I'm trying to facilitate that.
Okay, but the first event would be what, just next weekend, right?
Yes.
Yes, we were just looking at doing a pop-up drive-in experience.
And this is going to be on city property, Kevin, is that right?
That's correct. It would be on, I believe, the parking lot across from the building, which is the large, the old Goldblatt site, or I guess, yeah, it would be Rimbach to Sibley, like kind of where Beatles Fest.
Okay.
Exactly where.
Is there concern about the events? I mean, there's no chance, we're going to go over every individual event? Or is
That's
that
what
going to
I'd
be?
like. That's what I would like the chief of staff to do, and just understand what's going on, so that we can make sure that everything's fine over in, on the second floor here. I don't know if Mark Hines has been. I think he's here. I see the park department administrator here. I guess I would just like him to be in the loop as well, so he knows what's going on. It's not necessarily a park, but it's next to the park, which is the fountain there. But I think everything should be fine. It's just a matter of working through it, because this is a new event. With new events, we always just want to make sure that we're all in the loop. The police department understands what's going on. The fire department understands what's going on. We don't know how many people. How many people do you think?
We are
It says 130,
estimating.
Yes.
Yeah.
130 for the first go-around, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
So once you get approval, what's the lead time you would need to kind of facilitate and set this all up?
For the drive-ups, a matter of a week.
You know, I mean, if you're not able to speak with the chief of staff today or tomorrow,
Approximately a week.
well, you'd need a week.
Yes.
Which would be Saturday. I was trying to get hold of the chief of staff just now to see if he was in the building. I don't think he's here yet. what I would do is I would like to facilitate a meeting with Left and Right and the chief of staff, get that done as quickly as possible. And potentially just conditionally approve it, making sure that we can get the chief of staff and make sure the police also understand whether or not, where's the parking going to be for the events? Because are they going to stay in the car?
In the lot.
Yes.
So it sounds like the parking will be taken care of, if we allow them to use that lot.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm okay with approving as long as they get the events okayed by the chief of staff, right?
Sure.
So,
Subject to?
subject to,
Okay,
yeah.
sure.
Okay, my motion is going to be to approve the events pending your meeting with the chief of staff and his approval for whatever events you guys are gonna hold, okay?
Yes,
We just want to make sure there aren't any conflicts with other events,
Exactly.
things like that.
yes.
That's my motion.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Could we also just put that on a status for next week's agenda so that we can see if like Public Works needs to be advised, police, or anybody else?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item A, right-of-way permit submitted for approval by the engineering department. Justin says they're okay.
Okay.
Good.
I motion that we approve the right-of-way permits.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item B, correspondence received from Second District Councilman Pete Torres requesting $56,000 of gaming funds be allocated for the 2020 overlay program. His request has been signed by himself as well as the mayor.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Councilman.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Good morning.
This is for the urban park paving overlay or South Alley and sections of some streets. So,
Okay. Okay, I'll motion that we approve Councilman Torres' request.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item C, change order number 2 for the 4th District Lighting Project, 174th Street from Calumet Avenue to Columbia Avenue, received from First Group Engineering, Inc., with a decrease in cost of $133,740.16.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Mr. Buck.
On the I wanted to comment on the last action that those dollars were carryover dollars from 2019. So it's not that we're funding anything from 2020, just so we have that on the record too. On the current action, what you have is a deductive change order. It's actually a balancing change order. During the course of the pandemic that's still ongoing, it was decided that we would, in order to try to save some money, reduce a significant amount of the concrete sidewalk work on this project to reduce expenses. And so that's basically what this does, is remove the sidewalk work on this project. We have talked to the councilman about this, Councilman Emerson, and when funds are available, we'll come back and do the flat work using the regular the sidewalk program that we have. And it turns out that it's a lot less money to do it that way. I don't have a number for you, but you're probably going to save about a third if we do it with our sidewalk program. And so we're asking that you approve this big deduction in change order. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good, Chair. Okay, I'm going to motion we approve change order number 2 for the 4th District Lighting Project.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item D, correspondence received from Old Veterans Construction requesting permission to begin installation of new siding on Peregrine Hall, Purdue University Northwest at 6 a.m. through July 31st, 2020.
Mr. President, I spoke with Mr. Novak this morning. He has submitted a letter to the board. He's voiced no objection due to the fact that there are very little residences around there. There's a lot of wetlands. So he doesn't see a problem with it from a noise perspective. So we'd request your approval. Mr. Novak's going to monitor it, and if there's a problem, he'll come back before the board.
Very good.
Okay, sorry. I'm going to make a motion to approve the Old Veterans Construction request.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item E, correspondence received from Chief of Police John Doty requesting approval of Correctional Officer Thomas.
Don't know the name.
Okay. well, forgive me,
Works in the jail, so I don't know him.
Olenichek to receive a promotional raise effective July 15th, 2020. The promotion of officers Gabriel Gutierrez and James Bingham to the rank of sergeant as of July 14th, 2020, with pay adjustment. The resignation of Officer James DeRolf Jr. effective June 26th, 2020, and disposal authorizations. I think you're probably on the back end.
Okay. Yeah, the other guy works in the jail, so I
Okay.
don't know him. Okay, I motion that we approve Chief Doty's requests and also the disposal authorizations.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Item F, correspondence received from Fire Chief Jeffrey Smith requesting approval of the promotion of probationary firefighters Ryan Took, Jack Pufall, and David Baltima to private firefighter effective July 15th, 2020.
I motion to approve Chief Smith's request.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item G, request received from Attorney Michael Campbell requesting hearing on dog Prince to be held. She says next week, Thursday. Right?
The 25th? 25th, right? 24th?
23rd, right there, right? 23rd.
Yeah, 23rd.
23rd.
Okay. I motion that we set the hearing for next week's meeting, July 23rd, 2020.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Item H, correspondence received requesting rental registration hearings. Not very many.
August 27th, you said? August 27th? Okay. Good Lord. Okay. I'm going to motion that we set the rental registration hearings for August 27th, 2020.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item I, Vision Service Plan Contract Renewal with VSP.
Mr. President, Board, this is a request from the Controller's Office, just as a renewal of our vision plan for employees. It actually is more beneficial to the employees, so we're requesting approval. And it's, I believe, lower cost and more benefit.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay. I will make a motion to approve the vision service plan.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item J, correspondence received from Mr. Mark Heinz, Administrator, Hammond Parks and Recreation, regarding the Irving Park Drive closure along Irving Park.
Mr. President, you have an informational packet there in front of you. This is something we wanted to just document for historical values, as well as to make sure that the emergency services of the city are aware of this. Irving Park Boulevard, or I'm sorry, Irving Park Parkway through the park, so immediately adjacent to Irving Park, is no longer a through street. So it has on the second page there, it shows the drawing of what has been developed out there. We have 2 dead-end parking lots now, and we just wanted to bring that to the board for your awareness and approval, so we can make sure to share that with all the necessary organizations that need to be aware that it's no longer a through street adjacent to the park. It still is part of the park. It always has been. We haven't vacated it. It's just a different use of what we're doing there. This would be similar to, I think, historically what happened with 125th Street between Lake George and the golf course up north there, going from Calumet Avenue towards Calumet College area. So,
I do have one little comment. If you're traveling, coming up Irving Parkway north from the alley or from Hoffman, you get into the first parking area. I've noticed that there's some tracks from vehicles that seem to veer off to the right and
You're
That from service vehicles from us?
That was from Hall Road construction. There was two things. It was construction of when the park improvements were being made, but it was also at that same time when they were working on the bridge at Chicago over the toll road. And then they also came back and did some additional work, and that's where a lot of the staging was going on. That is an area that we're still looking to have reseeded again, and if it continues to become a problem or doesn't grow there, we'll look at, and the councilman spoke to me already in regards to that, potentially putting up some type of barricades to prohibit that,
'Cause that would be
or
my
additional landscaping or something along those lines.
Okay.
So, as Mr. Hines mentioned, this is analogous to the 125th Street closure. That was, the board has the ability to temporarily close a road, which that is what the action we ask you to take to acknowledge the closure of Irving Parkway.
And this would be from Chicago to the alley north of Hoffman at the southeast corner of the park.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to make a motion to approve the closing of the road at Irving Park Parkway as explained by Mr.
Got
Hines.
some copies here.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Mr. President, could we, since Mr. Hines is here, he does have one other matter that he was going to do at the end of with the other department heads, but since he's here, if we could knock that out, if
Where?
you wouldn't mind.
Which one is it?
It was going to be under, not until 7, matters from other department heads. But,
Oh, certainly.
Since he's here, I
Go
thought
ahead.
maybe we could knock it out.
Last night, we had our park board meeting, and the park board approved a special use permit from the Myers-Lawson for Indiana 2020, and they want to use, and the board approved for them to use Freedom Plaza at MLK Park on Saturday, July 25th from 1 to 4 p.m. After that approval was discussed and following the meeting, the request was made to me that they'd really like to close Tapper Avenue through the park during that same time. So I only have an email form if you'd like it from their local representative is Leroy Howard Jr. here, and with that request to have barricades to close Tapper from Lyons to Highland from noon to 5 p.m. just to make sure they have that window covered. In case a lot more people show up for the event than anticipated, they only expect somewhere between 50 to 100 people, but it also allows that if there is any media there, that they could stage the media vans and so forth there shooting into the park. They really are looking to use the MLK, the Freedom Plaza of the park, so that's what the request is for. So it's not this coming Saturday, it'd be the following Saturday, July 25th.
Okay.
They are also, as part of this event, we did urge them and require of them to point out the parking for this event would be at City Hall parking lot and have people walk down to reduce the amount of traffic into the neighborhood and residential areas.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'm going to make a motion. We don't have to approve the event, correct? We just have to approve the closure of the street?
Correct.
Yes.
I know there was some concern about maybe police being on site. They'll be made aware of it. Mr. Hines, they just won't be on site, okay?
Okay.
Okay, that's my motion.
Will there be any equipment needed for the street closure?
We would have barricades
Probably.
from Public Works to be able to put out there to close it. And if we just have them there available, we can have the people running the organization do that unless Public Works is available to do that.
Okay.
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 Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Back to page 2, right? Page 2. Moving right along. Item K, correspondence and a petition from neighbors received from Ms. Eva Huerta requesting the 1700 block of Parkway Avenue be closed on Friday, July 24th, 2020, from noon to 11 p.m. for a Sweet 16 party.
I'm not sure, Mr. President, if the fire chief has signed off on that or not.
It's got quite a few signatures, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't touch his block, but I'll make him aware for sure. Let's see.
Does she need anything from streets?
Well, it doesn't say. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'll send it to you because they want tables, cans, they want it all. Okay.
Street Department? Public Works.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm going to make a motion to approve Ms. Huerta's request and forward the information to the Board of Public Works.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item L, correspondence received from Mr. Aaron Eggers, First Baptist Church of Hammond, requesting the firework display previously approved to be held on Wednesday, July 15th, 2020, has been changed to Thursday, July 16th, 2020, with street closures.
Good morning, Mr. President and board
Morning.
members. Yeah, I spoke to Mr. Eggers last night because they canceled due to the weather. We're still going to do the same implement of street closures. I believe barricades are still there. My guys from EMA will also be there. However, I might need one additional, maybe one of the traffic guys can help us out for like 20 minutes at 9 o'clock. Okay. Otherwise, we're still good. Everything's still set at the same time, 9:15 to shooting off the top of the parking garage, sir.
So it's just the next day, right? Just acknowledging it?
Yeah, it's just today.
Okay, do we need to approve it or just acknowledge it?
Yeah, we probably need to approve.
Okay, I'm going to make a motion to approve the request from First Baptist Church.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, board member.
Thank you. Item M, correspondence received from Ms. Breanne Miller, 644 114th Street, requesting 114th Street from the corner of Parkview to before the alley leading to Warwick Avenue be closed for a birthday party to be held on August 9th, 2020, from noon to 10 p.m. Let's see, so cars can still get through. 114th. Is Parkview probably the first street off the boulevard, right?
Yeah,
Going east?
yeah. Yeah. I think it's just a real short street,
It is,
right?
it is, it is. I mean, we got a lot of signatures.
A lot of signatures too? Okay.
We do. One, two, three, four. We probably got 6. That's probably everybody that's there.
Yeah, there's no more than 8 for sure, I would think. Okay.
And we gotta go to Public Works.
Public Works.
10 picnic tables. Ooh, good luck.
Okay, I'm going to make a motion, we approve Ms. Miller's request, and we forward the information to Public Works for equipment that she might need.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item N, correspondence received from Ms. Shannon Morris Smith requesting the intersection of Eaton Street and Rhodey Avenue to the alley north of Eaton Street be closed for an open house Saturday, July 25th, 2020, from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. for Tyrell Smith, Hammond High School's 2020 valedictorian. Intersection of Eaton and Rhodey to the alley north of Eaton Street. That's only just a little chunk, just right down here, right?
Just a little bit, yeah.
This is the same day as the political event in the park?
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They just want Tapper closed, but there's gonna be parking all over. Oh, they're supposed to park in the parking lot here.
Parking lot, right.
We don't wanna be callous about it,
No,
right?
exactly.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to make a motion to approve Ms. Morris Smith's request.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item O, garage sale permit submitted for approval.
Okay, I motion we approve the garage sale permits.
I second.
Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Item P, rental registration hearing on property located at 2309 169th Street.
Hello.
Morning.
Morning. So what we are doing is something new because of COVID-19 that's happened. A lot of people were late technically because of we extended the rental registration date. What we decided to do, because they came in to try to register, we had them come in this morning, sign an agreement stating that the late fee, upon our recommendation, will be waived. At that point, we will give the paperwork to the board president, Mr. Margraf, for you to sign it. So we will be asking everyone just to come up, agree that they signed the agreement, just acknowledge that they signed the agreement, and we can go forward from there. After that, we'll make some copies, one for us to keep, and one for the resident to keep. At that point, Lynn will do the same thing as well. After we're done, we'll give everybody a copy, and they can go register at the end of this meeting.
Okay.
So the only thing I would add is that if it's up to the board if they want to take them individually, as far as like approving them, or you can do them collectively at the end. That's up to the board. But,
Are these individuals all still here?
some are, some aren't.
Yes, there are two properties that are not here. One is actually this first one that we have, 2309 169th Street.
Okay, but you've got their signature on the...
I do not. They did not show up today.
They did not show up today. We know they've been served.
They asked for it.
This is 2309 169th Street, correct?
Correct. Mr. Stephen Aloya,
And he's not here.
he is not here.
Okay.
How many units and in what year?
This is one unit just for 2020, and we were asking for just the $5.
You okay with that? I mean,
The history's been good?
Yeah, the history's been fine. I mean, it hasn't been a problem. No issues.
Fees paid on time? With respect to
excuse
this
me.
year, of course.
Okay, in 2013, he was sent to Smith Cersic for collection of rental registrations for 2005 to 2013. So I'm just reading this now. So I would recommend a late fee along with the $5.
Okay. Okay.
2020, correct? Okay. I'm going to motion that we apply the late fee to this property at 2309 169th Street for the year of 2020.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. So then if you have the form signed, this one is,
Don't need it.
don't need it.
Let's see on
This
that
is just
one.
reference for us.
Actually, that one, is this 169th Street, Mr. President?
This is Paul Rock is the owner.
Okay, this is the next one.
Okay, so on the 169th Street, we would fill it out like we always do.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
On the ones that we do have a form, I've got or Mr. Prieto's got the forms that he's going to present.
Okay. So, okay, item Q is Columbia Avenue, 7126 through 28, 7212
Yes.
through 7222, 7224, 7228 through 7236, and 254 Locust.
Yes, I spoke to Mr. Rock. He has signed agreements for every address for a total of $145.
Okay.
I mean, that's $5 a unit, no late fees, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Only one signature, okay. So, he's no longer here, he's gone? Oh, he is
Here
here.
he is right here.
I just want to get your verbal concurrence, sir.
Yes, I appreciate the
right.
mercy of the board.
Very good, thank you. Okay.
I'll motion to approve the properties listed on item Q.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, that's Mr. Rocks there, okay. Item R, rental registration hearing on property located at 251 through 53 Ogden Street, 243 through 45 Ogden Street, and 4612 Oak Avenue.
Yes, Mr. Mr. Noyola did sign the agreement, so it is a total of $25. Here is the paperwork for his units. Take it.
Sir, you're in agreement with the document you signed?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And I appreciate that.
All right, thank you very much.
So much.
Okay, I will make a motion to approve the agreement that was signed in reference to the properties located on item R.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item S, rental registration hearing on property located at 836 May Street. Mr. James Elmore?
Yes, Mr. Elmore has also signed the agreement. This is 2 units, but one is owner occupied, so for a total of $5.
You're in agreement, sir?
Yes, I am.
Thank you very much.
I motion to approve the agreement as stated in reference to the address 836 May Street.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item T, rental registration hearing on property located at 6742 Woodmar Avenue and 824 State Street.
Yes, Mr. Mendoza did sign the agreement. It is 3 units total for a total of $15.
You're in agreement, sir?
Yes, sir, I acknowledge.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I motion we approve the agreement for 6742 Woodmar and 824 State Street.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item U, rental registration hearing on property located at 839 Conkey Street.
Ms. Wilson did sign the agreement, 1 unit for $5.
You're in agreement, ma'am?
Yes, I am.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, I motion we approve the agreement for 839 Conkey Street.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item V, rental registration hearing on property located at 7104 Parish Avenue.
Mr. Rahman did not show up. We would have had an agreement with him, considering that in 2018, per Board of Works decision dated of 6/17, he owed $5 for 4 units. So I would request the late fee be added. This is a total of 5 units, 1 being owner occupied, so rental would be 4 units total, and requesting a late fee.
Okay.
It's for 2020, Jaime?
Yes.
Do all 4? Mm-hmm. Okay, my motion is to apply the late fees for all 4 units for a total of $2,020.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Item W, rental registration hearing on property located at 5717 Bering Avenue.
Yes, Ms. Castro is here. She did sign the agreement. This is 2 units for a total of $10.
You're in agreement, ma'am?
Yes,
Thank you very much.
thank you.
Okay, I motion we approve the agreement for 5717 Bering Parkway, or excuse me, Bering Avenue.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Rental registration hearing on property located at 28 Webb Street.
Mr. Vega did sign the agreement, 2 units for a total of $10.
You in agreement, sir?
Yes, I am.
Thank you very much.
Motion we approve the agreement for 28 Webb Street.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item Y, rental registration hearing on property located at 20 Carroll Street. Mr. Scott?
Yes, Mr. Scott did sign the agreement, 5 units total for a, excuse me there. for a total of $25.
Mr. Scott here? No?
He was first row, he's right behind Hammond.
Oh. All right. You're in favor with the agreement, Mr. Scott? All right, thank you, sir.
Okay, I will motion to approve the agreement for 20 Carroll Street.
All those in favor? Aye. Item Z, rental registration hearing on property located at 414 Waltham Street and 529 Waltham Street.
Yes, Ms. Rosales is here. She did sign the agreement. It's 3 units for a total of $15.
You're in agreement with the,
Yes, sir.
thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, I motion to approve the agreements for 414 Waltham and 529 Waltham.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item double A, rental registration hearing on property located at 247 Detroit Street.
Mr. Mesa is here. He signed the agreement, 1 unit for a total of $5.
You agree with the agreement, sir?
Yes.
All right, thank you very much.
I motion we approve the agreement for 247 Detroit Street.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item BB, rental registration hearing on property located at 16 through 18 William Street.
Yes,
Gibbs?
Mr. Dibbs is not here, but a representative for the Bellamy Group is here.
Jaime.
Yes.
Oh,
He did sign the agreement. It is 1 unit for 2019. He did register for 2020. So we are recommending just $5 for 1 unit for 2019.
1 unit, 16 through 18 William Street? Okay,
Good.
yeah. You're in agreement, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm going to motion that we approve the agreement for 16 through 18 William Street for the year of 2019.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item CC, rental registration hearing on property located at 844 Michigan Street, 1537 Truman Street, 6257 Monroe Avenue, 5448 White Oak Avenue, and 1122 Roosevelt Street.
Mr. Newbecker is here for all the properties. Same thing for 2020. This is a total of $40 at $5 a unit, so that's 8 units total. And he did sign the
You're in concurrence with the agreement, sir?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.
A motion to approve the agreement for the addresses listed on item double C.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item DD, rental registration hearing on property located at 4522 Toll Avenue.
Mr. Ruiz is here. I spoke with him. I actually don't have an agreement sheet. I have to get one at the end of the meeting. We are in agreement. He owes 1 unit for the year 2020. So as soon as this meeting's over, I will go down, sign the agreement with him, and present it to the board.
Okay. You're in agreement with everything that he has said? Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, I'll motion to approve the agreement for 4522 Toll Avenue.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 6, matters from board members. Oh, I do have one. It is a request for a closing off of the 1000 block of Cleveland Street on Saturday, July 25th, from noon until allowed time.
Probably should set a time limit on that. Whatever
Ooh, man,
department.
there's a lot going on the 25th.
Yeah. Well, we've been going 10 or 11 p.m. I mean, it's down a little ways.
Right over where Maywood
Yeah.
School kind of ends.
It's
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock? 10 o'clock?
10's good, yeah, right.
All right. Well, so we're going to set the ending time from noon until 10 p.m. I'm trying to think if they need any Many signatures from Cleveland Street, so it seems like they're all in favor of the block.
It's really only one side.
Yeah, so, let me see if they need anything, John. Doesn't show that they're need anything from Public Works at all, so. But, well, then we just need to let her know that we're giving them an end time of 10 PM, okay? Okay,
I'll make a motion, we need a motion there, right?
yeah.
I'll make a motion, we approve the request for the times of 12 PM to 10 PM.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, anything else from board members at all?
No, sir.
Nope. Item 7, matters from other department heads or their representatives? Nothing? Okay, new business, there is none. Old business, number 1, rental registration hearing on property located at 1339 Sherman Street. Mr. Scanyers? Trying to think, why was this set over?
His mom or his dad was here, I think. Someone was here on his behalf.
Good morning.
Good morning.
If the board remembers, this is a property we had up for rental registration where they registered the property in 2014, 15, and 16. There was water usage in 17, 2018, 2019, and 2020. Mr. Scanyers said that his son was living there during those years, and we did find out that that is the case. We did do some more checks that I'll talk to Mr. Sconyers about afterwards. So at this point he is okay to register for 2020, 1 unit at $5.
1 unit? We have 3?
Well, this is 1 unit.
Maybe that was 3 years, maybe that's right.
Okay, no, I believe you. I don't know, maybe we just made a,
That's my writing, so it might have just been a mess up.
okay. 1 unit for 2020,
Correct.
correct?
Let me change this real quick.
Okay. For a cost of $5?
Yes.
All right, you're in concurrence with that, Mr. Guiners? Thank you, sir.
Okay. I make a motion that we approve the agreement for 1339 Sherman Street.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 2 under old business, 15-minute parking sign at 1534 Indianapolis Boulevard.
Just to give the board a summary of where we're at on this, this is a request by the smoke shop on the boulevard regarding a potential 15-minute parking signs out there. You've heard the owner's testimony regarding his issues having with the beauty shop next door. The city's position is that this is right away. It's, well, you know, it's on the Indianapolis Boulevard spaces, and unfortunately, I actually asked the city planner to also come to here today. I think he's here. Mr. Poland's here, regarding some issues that we're having now with the owner that he's on his own accord attempted to, or not attempted, he's put up signs on his own. And the city has a huge problem with that. And we're also going to have to take a look at his signage overall to see if it complies with the zoning code. We're looking into citing him for placing these signs on the public way regarding what he's done. So that's where it sits. I believe Mr. Button has signed or photographs of where we're at. I asked Mr. Poland here, so if the board has any questions of the planning of the city planner regarding the regulations regarding these such signs. So.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. So I went out to the site today, Dean Button, city engineer. I went out to the site today, and the property owner has placed signs in 5-gallon buckets with 2x2 wooden posts and a sign that declares a smoke shop parking only. Unauthorized vehicles will be towed at the owner's expense. These are inappropriate signs to be located in front of the smoke shop. The property owner doesn't have the right to declare that the street parking belongs to him. So I have a number of photographs I'd like to share with the board at this time, if you'd like to take a look at So it is my request that the property owner immediately remove these signs declaring that these spaces belong to the smoke shop. And if they're not removed by noon today, I'll have the Public Works Department remove them permanently.
Thank you, Mr. Button. Sir? Or Mr. Moore?
Good morning.
Good morning.
The reason I had the signs, that was before I came to you guys and I have a picture of trucks, delivery trucks come in and they just took off. So every time the delivery truck, they come in, I just put those signs. And I don't know, like, before we came to this meeting, I have picture of a Pepsi truck came in yesterday, was blocking Indianapolis Boulevard. It was taking the first lane, and it was a mess because one car was parked in the front and he couldn't, make his delivery. So we've been having this issue, and I'm requesting like something for loading and unloading. I changed my mind about the parking. I know it's hard. I want to like one spot or two spots for my delivery trucks to come in and be able to deliver to my store. That's all I'm asking. I'm a taxpayer, and all those customers for the nail salon they don't live in the community. They're not in the neighborhood. They come from Illinois to come do their nails and spend hours. I'm not saying 15 minutes, or some people spend more than 2 hours, 3 hours. And they're so busy where they have like 10 customers every single day. So all those 6 spots has been taken from the day they open till the day they close. And I have no way to survive in my business, from park my own car, bring in delivery from my own car, from vendor, like Pepsi, 7-Up, Coke, Eva Brown, like the cigarette company. It's been like a mess. So I'm trying to like save my life, save my business, try to be able to do what I have to do. I was talking to Chris Moore and requesting to see like if we could have some sign to say loading and unloading just for 2 spots. And I seen this in the whole tire. I see in Hammond, I see in Indianapolis, is literally one about a block away from my business. It says,
The one that's in front of the vacant pizzeria place.
no, it's not vacant, it's still operating. He opened late, but he opened from like 2.
Really?
Yeah, I order pizza all the time from there. And there's also another one on Calumet Avenue. It's about maybe a quarter mile away. So I'm not asking for too much. I'm asking for something, to be able to operate and follow you guys' rules. And I'm not here to do my own things. So the reason Mr. Bond mentioned about the signs, I had those before we came to you guys and request that. And I thought it was okay, and just to save, my business from people come and deliver stuff for me. I mean, I could remove them today. Anyone will never see them again. So I'm requesting from you guys, sign says loading and unloading, like, 2 spots.
Well, that takes us back to the police department's concern about enforcement.
Yeah, I will not, I promise, I will not I will not call the police. I will not even talk to them. Even if they want to park, I'm gonna just, keep silent. People who's educated, they see the sign, if they just want to park somewhere else, I'm gonna be fine with it. We're not gonna use any enforcement. We're not gonna call the police. We're not gonna have any issue. I just want to keep those signs. People see it if they just want to park somewhere else.
So, Mr. President, for the city, a couple things. One, if he's withdrawing his 15-minute parking request, I would ask that to be done formally by him or his agent or his representative. Secondly, if he's asking for a delivery only or a sign such as that, he needs to it sounds like he's making that request, so we'd like for him or his agent or his representative to meet with Mr. Button regarding that, or Mr. Poland to make that request, because it's a new request. Third, I've asked the inspections department to take a look at his signage down there just in general, because we're going to make sure he's complying. I know he wants to follow the rules, so that's great. We're going to take a look at his signage overall. And then fourth, those signs absolutely need to be removed. They absolutely need to be removed. We can't have those up there.
Sure.
It's in violation of the city code. He could be fined up to $2,500 a day right now. And, it's an issue because if we allow those to be up there, what's to stop another business or everybody on Indianapolis Boulevard to have those signs? So those are unacceptable, and we want them down.
Okay.
I would add to Mr. Smith's comments that the business is also placed or attached a sign to an existing street light post, which is highly inappropriate. It needs to be.
I'll be removed.
Okay. So you understand the request that Mr. Smith is
Absolutely.
making of you and
Absolutely.
or your representative?
Absolutely.
You need to pull back the 15-minute parking request and then formally request or discuss with the city engineer the
That's fine.
15-minute loading and unloading.
No problem.
I want to add something on the police department's behalf. You knew this was ongoing for the last few weeks. I know that Lieutenant Strabavi's been to your business a couple times and talked to you about the signage. You never took it down. I know he talked to you about that for sure. He's also let me know that you aren't being a very good neighbor to the businesses around you, so I want you to make you aware of that also. You mentioned that the hair salon has Illinois customers. I would venture to say that you do also. We border Illinois. I'm sure most of our businesses have Illinois customers. That doesn't give you the right to put signage up whenever you want to, especially when the situation was ongoing and we were actually looking into it. I know all three of us took time out of our schedule to go up there and look at the situation. So the only thing I would ask is move the signage, obviously.
Absolutely.
But to become a better neighbor up there, because businesses are complaining about you. I'm very aware of that, just so you know. The way that you treat people that come to the hair salon, the way that you treat people that park anywhere around there. So I'm not asking you if that's true or not true. I'm saying if it is, you need to make sure you take care of that, because that's part of being a good business owner also.
You're right.
Okay?
You're right.
So that's, I wanted to add that part, okay?
So is this something that you guys think you could hammer out one way, good or bad, in a week's time?
And we can sit down and talk about it if Mr. Button's open to that.
Well, and I've mentioned for the last two meetings.
I know what your position is, Dean.
But I've mentioned in the last two meetings that I'm willing to talk about this subject, and I've had one communication with Mr. Moore
Okay.
yesterday afternoon, and I'm, at the time, I was just too busy to deal with it.
Understood. Mr. Poland, is there anything you want to add as long as you're here? Status for a week?
Yeah.
All right.
I have a question initially, because I can't always hear back there.
Sure.
But from some of the pictures I was sent, there is some kind of inflatable device that's on the public sidewalk. Did we discuss that?
We have not. I mean, I just noticed it within the last couple of days.
Okay, because, I mean, that in general is a concern just by the nature of the device, and it flops around, as well as, I don't know how you're powering it, or he's powering it. You know, if there's an electrical cord across the sidewalk, I think that becomes an ADA hazard. We have now an impediment in the sidewalk. And, of course, again, with the flopping, I don't know if that's gonna, you know, hit somebody in the face. So I think we should talk about that.
Duly noted.
And it's in the public right of way. It
Right.
should not be placed in the public right of way.
That should be part and parcel to the conversation as well, sir. Okay?
Everything will be done.
We're gonna set this over for status one more week, and see what the end result might be between these two engineers here and yourself. And see if it's compatible.
I would urge the board to deny the 15-minute parking if he can bring up the.
Well, we're gonna bring that up in the motion, Dean, before we close this out.
Fair enough. Thank you.
So we're not going to talk about we're setting it for status for next week in reference to the 15-minute parking?
Either he's gonna pull back the 15-minute request verbally right now, or in writing, whichever you would like.
Okay, I'll remove the 15 minutes parking and request 2 spots for loading, unloading for my business. And everything we talked before is gonna be done right now, this moment.
So
You
we
will
would
never,
expect anything that's on the public way to be gone.
nothing.
And this board will entertain whatever information comes out from these individuals here next week
Yes, sir.
about what the end result's gonna be in regard to loading and unloading for 15 minutes only.
Yes, sir.
Just to be clear, sir, you're withdrawing your request for the 15-minute parking.
Correct.
Okay, so my motion is to withdraw the 15-minute parking sign at the request of the owner, the business owner, and also set the matter over for status for next week, July 23rd, 2020, to give the city engineer time to talk to the owner and his representative to find out what we can do possibly about unloading and loading signs. Put up.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank
Thank
you
you.
all.
Thank you.
Item 10, meeting open to the public. Anyone here like to speak?
Hello, gentlemen.
Morning.
Good morning. So yeah, I'm actually here we have a property that we own on Indianapolis Boulevard that we're going to be trying to put in a billboard on. I guess the process is pretty long in terms of DOT, Army Corps, Killer Basin. We are already in speaking terms with Army Corps of Engineers and the Basin Project, but because once that's done, once that's approved, we'll still have to come to Hammond regardless because it's in a variance zone to do that. So that's kind of where here. Hello again. I've been here a few times.
Could you give us your name again,
Oh,
please?
I'm sorry. Antonio Alvarez, and concerning 8013 Indianapolis Boulevard, a property I own.
What's the address?
8013 Indianapolis Boulevard. in
Right along
Hammond.
the river.
Yeah, next to the river, right by
Across from
DMV.
Yeah, like down from the White Castle buildings.
Yeah, literally next to White Castle.
8013. Never knew we had an egg.
98,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue, sir. Sorry.
No problem. So that's basically what it'll be. I know from a I've been kind of with Mr. Poland, I guess there's a procedural aspect to this, but because it's two different variances, one will be zoning and another one will be the BZA in terms of whatever portion you guys need to handle. So I kind of want to do these things concurrently, only because the process on the Army Corps from the federal level is a lot longer. So I don't want to do this and then wait 6 more months or 90 more days from there. Typically, with the variance from the easement standpoint, it's 15 feet out of their easement, and we're negotiating that now. But once that gets approved or doesn't get approved, once that's identified, we no longer have to deal with them because it's out there, they're privy. But for us here in Hammond, we have to go through the variance process. So I just want to see procedurally, will I do this first or will I do the other zoning first?
Well, it sounds to me like there's some other people you need to talk to first before you come to see us. You probably, if you're talking about easements in zoning, you probably need to talk to the city planner, I would think, and the city engineer.
Okay.
Prior to bringing it to us, because I'm not sure what it is that you even are expecting us to do.
Oh, it's for us, only because our biggest hurdle is Army Corps, and we're kind of out there.
You're talking about putting up a sign?
Oh, yeah,
I think there's
a
other
digital
city
billboard.
departments you need to speak to before you come see us.
Okay.
And get their approval or their recommendation to us, if it even involves us, which it may.
Okay.
I think that's what you probably need to do first.
Fair enough.
All right?
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public like to speak?
Good morning. My name is Martin Presitis. I'm talking about Part D. It's correspondence received from Old Veterans Construction to start work at 6 a.m. through July 31st at Purdue University.
We approved it already.
You guys approved it?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. So do I need some sort of document or a proof?
You are with whom?
Old Veterans Construction.
Oh, you are.
Yes.
I don't know what you would need outside of the Board of Works approving
Well,
it. The
the
environmental director has approved the noise portion of the request, and he's going to monitor the goings-on for 2 weeks. If it seems to appear it's too noisy, there may have to be an adjustment made.
Captain Long will let the police department know, so if there's any calls about it, the guys on the patrol or
Sure.
men and women on the patrol will know that it's allowed.
The university approved it. They just said, I need some sort of document saying that the city of Hammond approved it.
We'll get something to, why
That's
don't
all.
you see Lynn after, and she'll get something to you showing that that was approved.
All right, great, thank
Sure.
you.
Anyone else from the public like to speak? Hearing none, seeing none.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
You guys want to